I have long said that only through tremendous effort can we bear witness to the most amazing places on earth. Pueblo Canyon and the complex of Salado ruins in the Sierra Ancha Wilderness of Arizona are no exception. Considering the drive in on 30 miles of rough roads, and with the hike consisting of 14 miles round trip with about 3,000 feet of elevation gain, the barrier to entry is high, thus keeping traffic low, and that's a beautiful thing.
One of the features of this particular endeavor is this road right here. You go past a place called Ellison Ranch and you have this really nice graded road. But this is where it starts to get a lot trickier. You really do need a high clearance vehicle at a minimum. 4x4 preferably, but you could probably get through with high clearance in a two-wheel drive. But this road is no joke. It's really rough. Hey, what's up, y'all? So just made it to where the campground, if you will, and I'm noticing a bunch of people are parking literally where you would put your tents. Kind of not cool. One thing that those people probably don't know that I know is you can go past that campsite and there's an old mining road and it cuts about, I don't know, I'd say about a mile off of the hike. And to call it a road is probably generous. There's a couple lines where you can see some tires that have gone up, but it's a cool little hack, and I'll show you up ahead here. All right, y'all, so this is the main road right here, Cherry Creek Road, or Forest Service Road 260. And this is the mining road. And it just kind of comes out of nowhere. You kind of got to know what you're looking for there. But here's a little better view. All right, let's cruise up the mining road. Let's go check it out. Well, made it to the trailhead, parked the truck, ready to start off on the trail. It's about 11 a.m. Sunny. I'm gonna say it's in the mid 70s. You know, they think these ruins were around the 1300s, somewhere in that neighborhood. There are cliff dwellings all over Arizona and the Southwest. They kind of pop up at the end of the 1200s and they kind of disappear around 1400. At least that's their best guess at this time. Really try to be as respectful as I can and try to leave this place how I found it, so that others who endeavor to make the trek up into this canyon can experience this magic as well. So, all right, let's get moving. Let's do this.
The first part of this hike follows the wide, old, rocky mining road.
Just a quick check-in. We're through the first layer. I like to think of these hikes in layers. We're through the first layer. We've gone about a mile from the trailhead and we've gained, I don't know, 850 feet, something like that.
we got, I think, at least one more layer upcoming, and I'll show you what that looks like real quick. Right there, those rocks. We're gonna go get right up on those. So, all right, less talk, more rock. So once you get above the first rock layer, you kind of cruise along this plateau that's behind me right here, pretty laterally. Then you come up to this area where the trail hooks to the left right here. But you get your first view of the canyon. And more importantly, if you look in that layer right there, you actually can get your first sightings of some of the cliff dwellings that are over there. Not gonna lie, this cool water dripping right here feels so good. All right, let's keep trucking. More of this ahead. Just took a nice little break. I love this spot. I stop here every time. You get a great view of 3 of the ruin complexes right back there. And this is where you start the horseshoe. We're gonna go along, we're gonna hug this side of the canyon. And when we reach the end, it's gonna be a horseshoe and it's gonna loop around and we're gonna come along a trail that goes right along there. All right, suited and booted. Let's keep on trucking.
This is the first set of ruins that you'll come across on the left side of the canyon. And in 1954, the Big Buck uranium mine was established, which mined uranium through the 50s and 60s, and unfortunately also devastated some of the ruins in this area. This is highly unfortunate.
So some of this trail is what we like to call bushwhacky. It is very bushwhacky. Peep game. This isn't even a bad part, but it's definitely bushy. Good times and great oldies. Ah! This view doesn't suck though. So I just came around a corner back there, and there's the first set of ruins. Let's go check them out. Feels like that's still stained from fire right there. These holes, there would have been logs going through to support the roof. Like that. It's pretty wild to think that, you know, this is 800 years oldish. Looks like it caught fire at some point, and yet it's still intact. It hasn't eroded. Wow. Looks like I found a great water source literally right here. That's mighty convenient.
Let's go check out the second ruin site that's not too much further up ahead.
So this is that spot where a giant rock just fell down. Look at that. It's laying right up against the cliff right there. Pretty wild. Wow, this one is really tall. That's the tallest wall I've seen yet. That's wild. Wow. So just checked out the second ruin site. Pretty incredible. There's some really high structures in there. You can tell that we're 3 stories tall.
The second ruin site was highly impressive. It's been incredible, but it's time to head back out of the canyon and back down to the truck.
We are suited. We are booted. And it's about time to hit the road. If I was a young Salado kid on a hot summer day, I know where I'd be spending my time. Right there. Right there. Back at the mine. Let's go check it out.
There is not a ton of information regarding this specific mine that's available, but it sounds like most of the mines in this area from the 50s and 60s were looking for asbestos or uranium. Looks like that's about it.
I know that I'm about to go into hot sun, no shade, and that's why I'm just gonna stand here and let this water sprinkle all over me. It's nice and cold and refreshing. All right, sunshine, let's go. This is Arizona after all. All right, I'm officially out of the canyon. This is where the trail turns and heads south. And I can even see my truck down there at the trailhead. All right, I'm ready to boogie. The power of tacos compels me. We are absolutely boogieing now, y'all. Boogie, boogie. Got the trailhead in sight. That means my truck is right around the corner. All right, we are back at the Knapsack Nomad Mobile. Oh yeah. Let's get this pack off.
All right, some well-deserved tacos for this Arizona kid. Heck yeah, yummy. I'll be back for sure. Happy trails, y'all.